Assalamu alaikum students. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I hope you all are fine and safe at your home place or residence where you live. Inshallah. Ameen. This is your recorded class of your English subject class 9 and I am your teacher Ms. Sobia Nas from the Smart Schools of Syed Ahmad Khan campuses and Johar campus, and today we will discuss your English chapter number 8, the role of women in Pakistan movement. As you all know that I always try to come up with that kind of recorded video so that you can easily understand what is in your chapter or what your chapter is all about. Almost every time I have concluded your chapter in the form of question and answer so that you can easily understand and you can easily attempt your exams, whatever exams it is, of your prelims, of your monthly tests, or even of your board exams. So for this, let's start discussion. I will explain you this chapter in the form of question answers. Students, kindly listen to the chapter carefully. Let's start. What was the condition of the Muslim woman before independence? As we all know that in subcontinent there was a mindset in which all the Muslim women, mostly Muslim women, not, we cannot say all, mostly Muslim women cannot live up their life freely, or they cannot serve in the teaching profession or in the political scenario for the separate homeland. They were in pardas. At that time our women were in a strict parda. Okay? As we all know that it's necessary to have parda. It's good for all the Muslims, as it has been it has been given to us, or it has been given to us that Allah said this, that you have to be covered fully so that no one can see you. They were less educated and less politically aware. Okay? All the women are less educated because they were not allowed to get education, and less politically aware that what is going on in the subcontinent than the Hindu women. Okay? As compared to Hindu women, they were more educated and they are participating in their political scenario. There were a number of brave and selfless women. Okay? Although even at that time they were not well educated, but some of the students, still there are some of the women, of a number of brave women who, in spite of these hindrance means yani rukawati, came forward. They worked for this noble cause for independence. Yani they contributed for the movements of separate homeland, in which they worked for this noble cause side by side with the men. What role did the Muslim women play in the creation of Pakistan? As we all know that not only men, there are some Muslim women who contributed really well in the creation of Pakistan. The Muslim women took an active part in the struggle for Pakistan side by side with men. They formed the women's branch of the Muslim League to organize women. Okay? What they did, they formed women's branch for the Muslim League women to organize them. They traveled to the countryside and decide to inform the Muslim women about the politics of the country. ठीक है, what they did, most of the women were not aware about the politics of what's going on in the subcontinent. So they gave awareness to all the women about the politics of the country. They opened classes in their own homes to educate Muslim girls. For this great cause, they opened classes in their own homes to educate the girls. They also addressed public meetings. They met the wives and daughters of the British officers and made them realize that their demand was just to educate Muslim women also. There is no such reason, kind of political, but they met with the wives and daughters of the British officers to realize them, or to make them realize that they only need separate homeland for the cause to educate all the Muslim women. Who was B. Amma? Why is she remembered till today? B. Amma was the mother of two brave heroes, Maulana Muhammad Ali Jauhar and Maulana Shaukat Ali. She is remembered till today because she was a selfless and courageous woman. She had not been to school or college, although she is not educated that much, but still she was selfless and courageous woman. Her greatness lies in the fact that she had taught her sons. In her message, or what she taught to her son, that always be ready to die for Islam since their childhood. Never give up for your religion. What words did B. Amma send her sons when they were in jail? Maulana Muhammad Ali Jauhar and Maulana Shaukat Ali, two brave sons of B. Amma, devoted their lives to the cause of Muslims. As since childhood, they have been taught to serve or to die for your religion. They were arrested and imprisoned for 2 years in Karachi jail. She sent words to them not to give up their cause. Don't give up your cause. Don't beg for pardon, which was the condition for their release. Still, you have to fight for your religious cause. Don't give up. Why is Miss Fatma Jinnah called Madar-e-Millat? Miss Fatma Jinnah was the younger sister of Quaid-e-Azam. We all know that she helped her brother in the struggle for Pakistan and took active part in the independence movement. It was through her that Muslim women were able to seek the Quaid-e-Azam guidance. She basically portrayed what Quaid-e-Azam said and make all the women to seek what Quaid-e-Azam's guidance was. Therefore, she is called the Madar-e-Millat, means the mother of nation. This is the reason why she called mother of nation Madar-e-Millat. What do you know about Rana Liaquat Ali? Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan was the wife of Liaquat Ali Khan. She worked as an honorary secretary and typist of Liaquat Ali Khan. Okay? She is the wife of Liaquat Ali Khan. She served or worked as honorary secretary and typist of his husband. She organized the women's voluntary service. She was great social worker. She had devoted herself for Pakistan. She, totally devoted her life to have separate homeland Pakistan. For this, she did voluntary services. So many voluntary services. What was the role of Lady Nusrat Haroon in the struggle of Pakistan? Lady Haroon was a spirited woman of upright character. Her character was really well established and kind hostess. Her house in Karachi became the center of women's political activities, where all the meetings were held. They decided what they have to come up with the next situation. It was a place of welcome to the Muslim League workers when they came to Karachi. All the workers of Muslim League, when they came to Karachi, they stayed at her house to attend meetings. Classes were also held in her house to educate Muslim girls. What was the contribution of Begum Muhammad Ali in the freedom movement? Begum Muhammad Ali not only attended men's public meetings but was also the first Muslim woman. That means she is not only attended the public meetings but the first woman to address them. Even they spoke in front of men regarding separate homeland. She spoke in simple words and in natural tone. She did not use any of difficult tone language. She addressed them very effectively. Her opinions were highly respected and the Quaid-e-Azam held her in great esteem. She also wrote for the press. What are the services of Begum Jahan Ara Shahnawaz in the freedom movement of Pakistan? Basically, Begum Jahan Ara Shahnawaz from the Punjab represented the Muslim women at 3 round table. Okay, where he represented Muslims at 3 round table conferences held in London. These all conferences are held in London. She was the first woman ever to make a speech in London's Guildhall. Okay, she was the first woman who addressed or gave a speech in London Guildhall. She also traveled widely and explained to the people of other countries why the Muslim in India wanted a separate state. She gave clarification, or she explained each and every person in other countries that why we wanted separate homeland. I hope you all understand the topic really well. Students, for your convenience, kindly do watch your recorded videos because it will be helpful to understand your chapter, poem, whatever is in your English, even in of your grammar topic. Till your next recorded class, take care. I hope you will be fine till then. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.